नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर सत्यप्रकाश सिंह, सिटी प्रोफेसर एंड डायरेक्टर, सिटी स्कूल ऑफ फार्मेसी. Today we will discuss about filtration, different equipments which are rest part of different equipments used in filtration process. Previously we have completed what is filtration, what are the different filter medias we are using, different types of filter rates, along with that objectives of filtration and application of filtrations also. Besides this, we have also completed what are the different theories that are applicable for filtration process. Along with that, we have completed classification of filtration as well as some equipments used for filtration process, that has also been covered. Today we will discuss the rest of the equipments that are used in filtration process. So, this is the classification of filters, or we can say that filtration equipment used in filtration process. So, based on application of external force, it is classified into 3 different types of filters, that is pressure filter, vacuum filter and centrifugal filters. In previous lectures we have already completed plate and frame filter press, filter leaf. Next classification is based on operation of filtration, continuous and discontinuous filtration. And the third classification is based on nature of filtration, cake filters, clarifying filters and cross flow filters. Besides plate and frame filter press and filter leaf, we have also completed rotary drum filters. So, today we will discuss about cartridge filter. So, before going to the cartridge filter, let us have the principle about of cartridge filter. What is cartridge filter and how it works? So, cartridge filter, it consists of two things. One is pre-filter and another one is membrane filter. So, pre-filter and membrane filter. So, these are two different things which are combined in a single unit, that is finally called as cartridge filter. So, the first principle behind the working of this cartridge filter is it is a thin porous membrane in which pre-filter and membrane filters are combined together in a single unit. In this case, filtration action is mainly due to sieve like, and the particles which are separated, or solid particles which are separated, that are retained on the surface. That in case of sieving, the larger size particles are retained on the sieve and finer particles or smaller size particles passes through the sieve. So, in similar way, here also filtration takes place. The solid particles are retained on the surface and the filtrate is passing through the filters. Now, the next topic is construction of cartridge filter. In cartridge filter, it has a cylindrical configuration, that means the shape of the cartridge filter is cylindrical and it is made up of what? Disposable or changeable filter media. That means, in cartridge filter, the filter media which we are using can be disposed of, or we can change this filter media on regular time intervals. It is made up of either plastic or metal, and the filter consists of two membrane filters. What? It consists of two membrane filters which are made up of, these membrane filters are made up of polypropylene, that is pre-filter and actual filter for filtration. That means, pre-filter and membrane filter, these are made up of the cartridge filter consists of these two different types of filters. Now, in this cartridge filter a protective layer surrounds this cartridge filter. So, this is this as it has been explained in previous slide that the shape of the cartridge filter is cylindrical type. So, this is known as the holder, cartridge holder. Okay. In that cartridge holder, cartridge filter is fitted. The cartridges are housed in a holder and a number of cartridges can be placed in same housing. That means, this is the housing in which 2, 3, 4 number of cartridges can be placed, and the housing is closed with the lid and has a provisions for. So, if you will see the diagram here, there is a provision for slurry inlet, from here a provision for filtrate outlet. These are the two cartridges, number 1, number 2. This is cartridge holder, and from at the bottom of this cartridge, at the bottom of this cartridge holder, there is an outlet for discharge for cake. That means, the cake which is collected in this filter can be discharged from this discharge cake outlet. Further, if you will see this cartridge, you will see this is a metal end cap metal seal at the bottom of the cartridge. This is called as end cap metal seal, and here also one metal seal is there on the top of the cartridge. In between this cartridge, there is a provision for filtrate outlet. So, through this filtrate can be collected from the upward direction. So, this is the filtrate outlet, and this is called as end cap. This outer layer, it is consists of polypropylene protective layer. This is also called as polypropylene protective layer. Okay. Besides beneath this polypropylene protective layer, another layer is there, that is called as pre-filter. Okay. And after pre-filter, membrane filters are attached of 0.2 micrometer. Okay. And after membrane filter, this one is a inner support core. That means, support is provided to membrane filter. So, on both the sides it is first filtrate outlet is there, above that inner support core is provided, above that membrane filter is added, then above that pre-filter is added, and the outer layer is made up of polypropylene protective layer. So, in this way, this is the arrangement of cartridge, and this inner layer is called as non-fibrous support net. That means, the last layer, that is called as non-fibrous support net. So, in this way, different pre-filters and membrane filter along with protective layer as well as support core, these are all arranged in a cartridge filter, and after that this cartridge is put into this cartridge holder. So, in this way this works. So, working of this cartridge filter, at first slurry is pumped into the cartridge holder. Since it is a cylindrical in shape, the cartridge filter, and in between them the cartridges are kept like this. So, two different cartridges are put into the this cartridge filter. So, in this case what happens, slurry is pumped into the cartridge holder. As soon as slurry enters into the cartridge holder, it passes through the different cartridge filter units by the straining mechanism. Okay. So, what happens when the slurry is entering into the system, the clear liquid or the filtrate passes through the filter, pre-filter, then it passes through membrane filter, then it passes into the through the enters into the center of the cartridge, and from there it collects up, and the filtrate or clear filtrate can be collected from the top of the filtration unit. So, from this position the filtrate is collected. So, in this way the cartridge filter works. At first what we are doing? We are putting the slurry into the cartridge holder, then some pressure is applied, then due to that the filter clear liquid enters into the cartridges, and it passes through pre-filter, then membrane filter, and it reaches to the center of the cartridge, and from there the clear filtrate is collected, and it is collected from the upward direction of the cartridge. So, this is the whole working of this cartridge filter. Now, uses. What are the uses of this cartridge filter? Particularly this is useful for preparation of particulate free solutions for parenterals and ophthalmic preparations. So, cartridge filter is used for preparation of particulate free solution for parenteral as well as ophthalmic preparations. This filter also holds processes 1000 to 15,000 liters of sterile solution per hour. So, see the capacity, it process 1000 to 15,000 liters of sterile solution per hour. Advantages: since the whole construction is of stainless steel, so autoclaving can be done for sterile operations due to this stainless steel construction. Now, cartridge with self cleaning devices are more advantageous as compared to manual cleaning devices. Rapid disassembling as well as reusing of filter media is possible in case of cartridge filters. Since these are not brittle when they are dry, so it is more easy to use, it can not be broken down easily. It is used as a inline continuous filtration. So, this process reduces the handling of solutions, and also it minimizes the chances of contaminations. Disadvantages of cartridge filter: a number of manufacturers provide the components which are not interchangeable between suppliers. So, what we have to do? We have to, while purchasing this cartridge filter, we have to check the devices, so that in those devices interchangeable filters or cartridges can be used. So, most of the cases generally suppliers are not supplying this, that is not interchangeable between suppliers. So, this leads to the increase in cost. Cost of disposable elements or offsets, also it's the labor saving in terms of assembly and cleaning of cartridge clarifiers. Next is membrane filters. Membrane filters are microporous surface filters. It is having a size range of 0.005 micrometer to 12 micrometers. So, the membrane filters which we are using has, see that what is the various range of sizes, in different size range it is available, a wide range of sizes is available for membrane filters. These are generally made up of cellulose acetate, cellulose nitrate, nylon, polytetrafluoroethylene and polyvinyl chloride. So, these are the some materials by using the membrane filters are constructed or made up. These are generally available as discs or cartridges. The membrane filters which are available, they are generally disc shapes or cartridge shapes. And the holder, membrane filter holder, it accepts the filters of 13 to 293 mm in diameter. That means, the suppose this is the membrane filter. So, the diameter of membrane filter should be 13 to 293 mm, which can be holded by the membrane filter holder. Okay. Now, procedure, how this membrane filters works. Okay. So, before using this membrane filter, what we have to do? We have to soak the membrane filter in water, where the membrane filter is soaked in water. Okay. After soaking for some time, this filter is fitted into the filter holder, where filter holder. Then the slurry which is to filter is put in onto the or above this filter media, that is membrane filter, and vacuum is applied on this membrane filters. So, while applying vacuum, we have to keep in mind that vacuum should be applied from the filtrate side. So, if we will apply the vacuum from filtrate side, it creates negative pressure for slurry, and the speed of the filtration also increases or rate of filtration increases. In some cases, positive pressure can also be applied onto the filter media. So, positive pressure, it is applied from the top of the slurry and it is pressed. As the slurry is pressed, it gives a positive pressure, and from the slurry the filtrate passes through the membrane filters. Okay. So, this is the whole procedure for working of this membrane filters. Let us suppose this is a funnel. Okay. In this, after soaking membrane filters in water, it is fitted into this membrane filter holder. Suppose this is the membrane filter holder. After that, we have to put what? Slurry in this membrane filter holder, and from bottom filtrate can be collected. Okay. So, here we have to close this chamber, and at this position we can apply vacuum, so that a negative pressure can be created around this whole filtration assembly, and the filter and the filtrate can be collected. So, if you are applying this negative pressure, it increases the rate of filtration also. In this way, this membrane filter works. Now, filter life, due to clogging, this filter life is limited. Since the pore size in membrane filters are very small or very fine, so there are chances that the pore size gets clogged. So, due to this clogging problem, the filters, the membrane filters which we are using, that has a limited life. That means, once it has been used, we have to discard it, or we have to wash it properly. So, this problem, that means the clogging problem, occurs more frequently in case of large or fibrous particles like blood, gelatin, colloid or plant extracts, etc. So, this type of particles, large or fibrous particles, in these if we are using membrane filter for filtering this type of particles, then there are maximum chances that filter gets clogged. The filter life of this membrane filters can be increased by passing the slurry through a pre-filter, then we can filter the whole substance by using this membrane filters. Integrity test of membrane filters, since they are brittle in nature, there are chances that they may crack down or they may be broken. So, to check the integrity of membrane filters, we are performing two tests. First one is bubble point test. In this test, the pores in the membranes are similar to capillary holding liquid. That means, in membrane filters, the pores which are present that may hold some liquids, and this take out the principle of capillary action. So, what happens? Force, or you can say that pressure is applied below this membrane filters, so that the liquid which is present in the pore of this capillary tube, it may gets out of the come out from that pore. So, that pressure is called as bubble point pressure. That means, when the force is applied, minimum pressure required to force the liquid out of the capillary is called the bubble point pressure. Suppose this is the equipment, here you have placed the membrane filters, and from bottom side if you are applying pressure into it, then bubbles will start formation of bubbles takes place. So, the pressure at which this bubble starts formation, that pressure is called as bubble point pressure, and the pressure is applied on the slurry side of the membrane, as it has been explained. First bubble will appear in the pore having largest diameter. So, the pore having the largest diameter, from that point the first bubble will appear, and when we will increase the pressure, the number of bubbles also increases in the filtrate side of the membrane. So, this pressure is taken as bubble point pressure. Okay. Now, uses of this bubble point pressure, it is required for determination of pore size of the membrane, or size distribution and integrity of membrane can also be checked by this membrane filters. Bacterial challenge test. The second test is bacterial challenge test. So, in this test, a suspension of bacterial culture is prepared, and that suspension is filtered through this membrane filters, and after the collection of filtrate, the filtrate is incubated for a specific time period. If bacterial growth takes place in the medium, then it is concluded that bacteria has passed the membrane. So, the test has been failed. If no bacterial growth takes place in the filtrate, then we can say that the bacterial challenge test has been passed by the membrane filters. So, there are two tests, bubble point pressure test and bacterial challenge test, to check the integrity of the membrane filters. Uses of this bacterial challenge test, it gives an idea about the nominal pore size of the membrane, and also about the integrity of the membrane. Okay. So, the bacteria used to test membrane filters of various sizes are listed below. So, in case of membrane filters, if the pore size of the filter is 0.2 micrometer, then we are using Pseudomonas diminuta as a bacteria to test the integrity test of membrane filters. For 0.3 micrometer pore size, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, 0.45 Serratia marcines, 0.65 Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So, these are the different bacteria or test organisms which are used for the testing of the pore size of this membrane filters. Question may come, what are the test organisms that can be used for bacterial challenge test for a membrane filter having pore size 0.2 micrometer, or list down the different test organisms that are used for bacterial challenge test of membrane filters having different pore size. Now, the last filter is Siedge filter. So, this filter in this case it is made up of 3 different layers, first, second and third, upper part, lower part and middle part. The filter is made up of asbestos filter pad. Okay. So, this instrument consists of a asbestos filter pad which is kept in between the lower part and upper part. So, lower part is a funnel like structure, this is upper part which is more or less square in shape or rectangular in shape, and in between the upper part and lower part the Siedge filter, that is asbestos pad filter disc, is attached very tightly. So, what we have to do? We have to fill the slurry in this upper part, it is collected on the top of this asbestos filter pad, and from there the slurry is filtered out, comes into this lower part, and at the bottom of this the filtrate can be collected in the receiver. Working of Siedge filter, same as explained, join all the parts. First step is join all the 3 parts, that is first part, second part and third part. Then add slurry, here slurry is added. Okay. Then slurry deposits on this asbestos pad filter disc. After that filtrate will pass through this disc from the at the bottom into the receiver, the filtrate is collected, or you can say that clear liquid solution is collected. Application of this Siedge filter is, it is used for serum sterilization. Second application, it is also used for, we can use this Siedge filter for sterilization process. So, in this way Siedge filters works. So, this is all about the different types of filter equipments which we are using in using for the filtration process. These are the references, and finally, thank you.